Hey, what's going on, everybody? Soul here, and welcome to my recap of the Square Enix stream from today, July 27th, 2020. So this was a pretty exciting stream. There was a lot of really cool information in it, and it's the end of an era. We are officially transitioning to the next era, which actually will be detailed here very soon. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Gallon OPCP, as always, for providing the slides. Thank you, sir. You've been a big help since I started doing these recaps, so I always appreciate it, man. Thank you. He's got a YouTube channel if you guys would like to check him out. He does DFFOO content. Link will be in the description. And we also hit the stream rewards, which were 20 draw tickets, 10 armor tokens, or there's so it's either that or the other way around. It's either 20 draw tickets, 10 armor tokens, or 20 armor tokens, 10 draw tickets. Regardless, it's one of the two. And then a power stone, and then 3,000 gems. So standard stuff. We got a Snorlax dabbing here. Let's start. So, as teased, we have new weapon tiers. We have the LD, the limited weapon, which unlocks the character's LD ability, and then burst weapons, which enters the burst mode and uses a finishing burst. So, pretty exciting stuff. LD weapons equip. Again, you equip it to use its passive, so you can upgrade it up to 3 times. With ingots, you can limit break it with 4 power stones. Or not ingots, I'm sorry. You can limit break it with 4 power stones or a dupe. Realization, however, is not possible. These weapons, once they are fully leveled up and raised up with power stones, caps at a certain level, and then you can't do anything else with it. So it unlocks the passive, and there you go. LED abilities have a few uses, are exempt from free use consumption effects, and cannot be refreshed, but have very powerful effects. Very powerful indeed. Limited weapons. I gotta give an apology, because when the burst era, limited weapon era first started in JP, I remember this was around the time that we had Charlotta in Global, her debut. And in that video, I speculated and assumed that within a few months, burst weapons would be absolutely necessary, and that the game would kind of be steering towards a direction that probably wouldn't have been very good. But to this point in JP, however, it is starting to become kind of burst needed, especially now at the newest Dimension End that they just released, where it's Lafenia stages. But burst weapons, for the most part, are not necessary to complete content. Limited weapons are where all the sauce is at, which is great. So I'm very proud of the devs for staying away from that that very easy, potentially money-grabbing, money-hungry routes for so long. So definitely appreciate him. So burst weapons, I just talked about them. They you can enter burst mode, and with the finishing burst, limit break and realization are not possible. So you can just level them up, and then that's it. So burst weapons are pretty easy to build up, thankfully. They're not a huge grab on your resources, aside from actually trying to get it. But burst mode gives the character 6 free consecutive turns with up to 1 use of each ability and a full EX bar. So what that does is every single ability there's, counting LD, you can use it once, their EX is already fully charged, and then you can use their C65 as well. So the 6th turn becomes a finishing burst, surpassing the 9,999 brave damage and 99,999 HP damage thresholds, and grants a temporary burst effect. So burst, for the most part, I've heard JP players describe bursts as basically a way to refresh the LD ability or passive, because you do get that free LD use. LDs typically are 3 uses a piece, sometimes more, a little bit more, but typically hover right around 3, and so a burst is like a free way to get another one. Bursts are very cool, they're very powerful. Some burst effects are extremely useful and give the party massive stat bonuses or effects, etc., etc. So they're a cool weapon, but they're not strictly necessary. So I gotta make that clear. So LD and burst weapon availability. So LD weapons to be released for all characters. 1 LD featured each event, lost chapter, etc. with a banner. And burst weapons to be released for certain characters. So 1 hero and 1 villain from each Final Fantasy. 1 burst featured over a series of draw banners. And this graph at the bottom here is kind of a mess. But basically what it's saying is that there's going to be 2 banners upon Squall's burst debut. It's going to be a banner with his burst and his LD in some characters. And then there's going to be a banner with other characters, and then it's going to be Squall's burst only. So that's the typical format where an LD and a burst will release. They'll both be available on that first banner, and then there's going to be a second banner later that month, and then the burst will not, or I'm sorry, the burst will be available there, but the LD will not. So, you know, you can kind of pick and choose what you want to chase. So EX, LD, and burst weapon comparison. So burst weapons have the highest amount of attack and max CP of 130. EX Plus have the next highest amount of attack and max CP of 110. LD weapons are third there with 100 CP, and then EX regular is 80 CP. Now, I didn't see here them talking about the pities on the slide, so let's talk about pities. So LD weapons are going to have a pity rate of 75,000 gems, which is EX, so you know we're used to that. Burst weapons, on the other hand, are more steep. Burst weapons are 125,000 gems apiece for a pity. And that's with significantly reduced rates as well. So, again, bursts are absolutely not necessary to complete content. They're kind of like a way to refresh that LD, and to, you know, if you have a favorite character. Like for me, the only can't miss bursts coming out are Lightning and Sephiroth. And Sephiroth, that's purely because of nostalgia, and I love the guy, but my God, he's bad. But you know, so just be careful with your resources, and if you have a character whose burst is coming up, you better save up, because it's chances are you're going to need quite a bit of resource to get it. Now they are doing some draw rate adjustments, which is great. So the numbers in parentheses here are off the +1 from a multi-draw. So on the +1 from a multi-draw, burst weapons are going to be 3%, so a 3% chance of getting it. And there's going to be a 5% chance for L and LD weapon on the +1. So the LDs are now the new EX rate. EXs are now more common at 7.5%. 35 CP weapons stay at 10%. And 15 CPs actually drop now down to 13.1%. So pretty cool. There's a higher chance of getting better stuff now. No off banners. There's going to be no off banner weapons from this point forward. Thank the Lord, because I have been having such gross luck lately. We're just getting off banner after off banner, and it's ugh. So that's nice. And then the rates here on the new rate bar on the right here that are not in parentheses are the ticket rates. So you got yourself a 0.1% chance of getting a burst in the ticket, 0.5% LD, 0.75% EX, etc., etc. So you're now going to be able to sell realized gear, which is terrific. So if you sell an EX plus, it's going to give you 5 weapon nuggets, not built at all. EX plus 1, 10 nuggets, plus EX2, 50 nuggets, EX3, 20 nuggets. And then same thing with armor. The Moria Theater, continuous play after cutscene, you'll have the option to continue or exit. They're also putting in the summon board QoL, which is really nice. So it's going to be based on player rank. So summon and wild points and enhancement points will increase by 1% for every 20 ranks. And they give some examples here. And it really does add up. It makes it so that the summon board grind is that much easier, and you're also getting, that much more wild points, and then even enhancement points as well. Daily missions are now being combined into one, so you only have to clear 1 quest instead of 5, which is nice. That's going to save a little bit of time. Moogle Pass, so July 29th after the maintenance. So the Moogle Pass is going to be, it's a paid feature, so it's going to be $5 for one. And what it's going to do is earn 2.5 times more enhancement points, summon points, and wild points. It's going to last 30 days, so a month. Enhancement points upper limit will be doubled, so from 5,000 to 10,000. And you'll receive 610 gems one time. There's also a Moogle Pass Premium. Now, the price is not on here, but Gallon told me that the price is $36.99, so that is the price of a costume. So you'll get all of the aforementioned bonuses, and you'll also be getting additional bonuses like 5 EX power tokens, 2 Moogle tokens, 4,640 gems, and so you'll be getting 4,040 extra gems, and they're going to be giving us 1 premium Moogle Pass for free, which is pretty sweet. I actually plan on using mine probably around the Bahamut summon grind, because there's a lot of events that month, and it's a juicy time to do it. So we new and updated token exchanges. So there's going to be a Moogle token exchange, which will have burst tokens, Book of Ruins Mystery, and Book of Refuge's Mysteries. There's going to be a burst power token exchange. So If you trade in 50 burst tokens, you can get any burst of your choice. Now, I'll talk about burst tokens here in a little bit, but burst tokens are extraordinarily rare and hard to run across, and you're pretty much only going to be able to get one free burst from the shop, if that. So, choose carefully. Weapon, book, power stone, all EX weapons will be added to the EX power token exchange. So it's not going to be, protagonist and antagonist solely anymore. Now there's going to be all EXs and all that, which is terrific. So, starting July 30th, we're going to have the raid event with Squall's Burst and his LD. It's going to be a raid. Co-op, Charging Power, Soul Cannon raid. There's going to be 2 draw banners featuring Squall's Burst and LD weapons. And the first multi-draw will be free on each banner, which is great. Always love freebies. And Squall's costume's coming back. Along with the raid and the new era, we're going to be getting challenge quests. So by completing the Chaos quest, you'll unlock the difficult challenge quest. There's going to be no support units allowed, and you have to use all synergy characters. Notes, challenge quests will be added for most future events. They're only available during a limited time. So it's tough because you can only use synergy, and some events, like the Soul Cannon raid, for example, the only healer is Kate Sith, and that's with his HP regen effect, which isn't very good. So Alexander is going to be very helpful here because, again, getting that healing, need that healing, no support units allowed. If you get the stage completed, you'll get 1 burst token, and as a reminder, you need 50 for getting a free burst. So yeah, it's going to take a while to get that free burst, like I said. But yeah, so challenge quests, those will be difficult. Those are difficult, for sure. Also, just having the roster and even be able to run the stage in the first place is going to be a challenge in of itself. August 3rd, we're getting Garland's Lost Chapter. He'll be featured in... I'm going to just call her Ami, or Ami, because I don't know how to say her name, and I'm not going to butcher it. So Garland's going to be featured in Ami's quest. He's going to be getting his LD weapon. Squall is going to be boosted in both. And again, his burst will be available on these banners. So Garland's August 3rd. Ami is August 7th. And then we're going to be getting Garland, Lael, and Warrior of Light's costumes as well. So if any of those look good to you, then there you go. You have a chance. Ami, by the way, is... man, as a support unit, she is something else. So, oh boy, here we go. Hell on Earth. Dimensions and Entropy Tier 14 is August 12th. This stage is pretty infamous among Dimension Ends and JP players because this stage is difficult. It's very, very difficult. 12 had some hype about it for being hard, but 14 is above 12. 14 is... whoa, it's pretty loaded. So theme is tough against ranged, mixed elemental resistances. Brave regen is going to be on wave 1. High turn rate will be on wave 2. Advice, melee and magic attacks, poison, sap, and paralyze. Rank plate requirements will stay pretty much the same. No new plates. Good luck to all of you on tier 14. It is going to be... oh, it's going to be something else. August 12th, we're going to be getting a new burst and heretic quest. There's going to be a new burst and LD banner. The Veiled Magician event will be appearing, and Alice will be receiving a rework, which is awesome. Now, assuming that the global devs don't change anything, the burst and LD will be receiving here is Shantaro. And again, she'll be over all these banners. August 17th, Ultimisha, her Lost Chapter, will appear. She'll be getting an LD weapon, and then the burst character featured in both, so that's Shantaro. Anya Knight's costume is going to be coming back. And then August 21st, we are getting Desh from Final Fantasy III. I think it's from 3. I'm pretty sure it's from 3. Purple Pajama Desh. Now, my god, that is a loaded character. I am really excited for Desh. So, yeah, that'll be fun drawing on him. And he gets an LD weapon as well. Because remember, all future events now are going to be getting that LD weapon for that character. And then, to conclude the recap, Josh showed his kitty on stream again. And there you go. Just... so precious kitty. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for me, guys. So I have a request of you guys. I would love to hear from all of you. Oh, car alarm. There we go. Yeah, we're killing it now. I would love to hear from all of you what your favorite memory from the EX plus 3.3 era was, because again, it's the end of an era, and we had some really fun events and some fun things going on. So I would love to hear what you guys thought and what you enjoyed the most. For me personally, I think it was when that car alarm is still going. Unbelievable. I think for me, my favorite moment from the 3.3 era was when I soloed Alexander with Lightning. The amount of preparation and work it took to get that done was pretty insane, and so I'm very proud of that run. But yeah, I would love to hear what you guys thought. I would love to hear what you guys think about the recap. Not the recap. The recap was whatever, but the stream itself and all the things that are coming to us. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me, guys. We still got the car alarm hype, so yeah, we're doing great. All of you have a great night. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys in the new era. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.